let's be honest for a second. If you're getting into DIY, there's one tool you're almost guaranteed to need. And no, it's not duct tape.
Although duct tape has solved more problems than we'd like to admit.
That's true. But today we're talking about something a little more intentional.
Power drills, and more importantly, how to actually choose the right one.
Because from the outside, they all kind of look the same until you actually try to use one.
Exactly. And that's where most people start to feel confused.
All right, let's start simple. What exactly is a power drill?
At its core, a power drill is a tool that rotates a bit so you can drill holes or drive screws into different materials. It sounds simple, but the way it delivers that motion is what really defines how useful it is.
So it's not just about spinning, it's about how it spins.
Exactly. The speed, the torque, and how much control you have over that movement all make a big difference when you're actually using it.
Which explains why sometimes a drill feels smooth and easy, and other times it feels like it's trying to fight you.
That usually comes down to control and settings. A good drill should feel predictable, not aggressive.
Fight back, man! So here's where things usually get confusing. People think a drill is just a drill.
Yeah, but there are actually a few different types, and each one is designed for slightly different tasks.
Let's start with the most common one.
That would be the drill driver. It's the one most DIY users will use. It's versatile, easy to control, and works well for drilling holes, everyday tasks, or driving screws.
So if you're building furniture, hanging shelves, or just fixing things around house, that's your go-to.
Exactly. Then you have something like a hammer drill, which adds a forward hammering motion. That's more useful when you're working with harder materials like concrete or brick.
So that's when the drill stops being polite and starts getting serious.
You could say that. And then there's the impact driver, which is often confused with drills.
Yeah, that one definitely trips people up.
It looks similar, but it works differently. It delivers power in bursts, which makes it great for driving screws, especially into tougher materials.
So same family, very different personality. All right, so when someone is actually choosing a drill, what should they be paying attention to?
One of the first things is torque. That's the twisting force the drill applies. It's what allows you to drive screws or drill into materials effectively.
So naturally, people think more torque is always better.
And that's where it gets tricky. More torque gives you more power, but without control, it can actually make things harder. You can strip screws, damage materials, or just lose precision.
So it's kind of like having a powerful car with no brakes.
Exactly. That's why the clutch is important. It lets you control how much torque is applied so you don't overdo it. Another thing to consider is speed. Most drills have multiple speed settings, and each one serves a purpose.
Right, because not everything needs to be done at full sped.
Low speed gives you more control and is better for driving screws, while higher speed is more efficient for drilling holes.
So it's less about going fast and more about using the right pace. What about cordless versus corded?
For most DIY users, cordless drills are the better choice. They're more convenient, easier to move around with, and you're not limited by a cable.
Yeah, not having to drag a cord around already feels like a win.
Exactly. Corded drills still have their place, especially for heavy-duty tasks, but for general use, cordless is usually the way to go.
So what should a DIY user actually look for in a drill?
Honestly, it comes down to how the tool feels and how easy it is to control. A good DIY drill shouldn't feel overwhelming the moment you pick it up. It should feel balanced in hand, not too heavy, and comfortable enough to use for longer periods without tiring you out.
So if it feels like a workout just holding it, that's probably not a great sign.
Exactly. And beyond comfort, control is really important. You want a drill that responds smoothly when you press the trigger, not something that suddenly jumps to full speed. That kind of control makes a big difference, especially when you're working with screws or more delicate materials.
Yeah, because 1 second you're trying to be precise, next thing you know, the screw disappears into the wood.
That's a very common mistake. A good drill gives you the flexibility to handle different tasks, whether you're drilling into wood, assembling furniture, or working with light materials. It's not about having the most powerful tool. It's about having one that's reliable and easy to use in different situations.
So basically, the best drill isn't the most powerful one, it's the one you can actually control.
Exactly. For DIY users, versatility and ease of use will always matter more than raw power.
Let's make this practical. Where would someone actually use a drill in everyday projects?
Honestly, almost everywhere, from installing shelves, assembling furniture, to basic repairs around the house. It's one of those tools that you end up using more often than you expect.
So it starts as, I just need this for one project, and suddenly you're using it every weekend.
Exactly. And a lot of the issues people run into aren't because the tool is bad, but because they're using it incorrectly.
Like using the wrong bit?
That's a big one. Also applying too much pressure or not adjusting the settings properly. A drill is designed to do the work for you. You don't need to force it.
So if you feel like you're fighting the tool, you're probably doing something wrong.
Most of the time, yes.
All right, big question. What's the best drill?
There isn't one single answer. The best drill really depends on what you need it for.
The answer everyone expects, but also the right one.
For most DIY users, a good cordless drill driver with adjustable settings will cover almost everything. It's versatile, easy to use, and reliable.
So, you don't need the most powerful tool, you just need the right one.
Exactly. Once you understand how your tools work, everything becomes easier and a lot more enjoyable.
And you're a lot less likely to accidentally drill into something you didn't plan to.
That too.
If you found this helpful, subscribe to Tool Talk Pro for more tool guides and comparisons.
And we'll see you in the next one.